There's no fucking excuse for you. You're not going to tell me a valid excuse that will absolutely solidify your failure. It ain't going to happen. There's no more excuses. So there's no reason for you to be pussyfooting around saying, but this is what I'm afraid of. So, I'm just going to let it lord over me and I'm never going to be successful. And I have a perfect excuse why I never got there, because this bad thing that just keeps coming up in my mind, or this thing that I keep repeating over and over again and never really made an effort to overcome it with proper replacement. That's not coping skills. Coping skills are beneficial for things like anxiety. I've taught that, and they're valid. But in trading, you don't want to be coping with anything. You want to replace negative, unsuccessful characteristics. You want to prune them, remove them like a fucking cancer, cut them out of you. And yes, it hurts. Yes, after it happens and you remove it from yourself, you don't feel like, oh, did I do the right thing? You're hurting. Just like any other wound would be if you went to have surgery, have something surgically removed from your ass. That's normal. But some of you are thinking, yeah, that small little period of growing after the painful departure from doing these things and thinking this way, that's enough for me to not want to do it. I'm comfortable with this adversity. We're good friends. It's normal. I know my routine every day. I think about these things negatively all the time. It's normal for me to feel these constant doubts. I can't imagine a world where I'm not doing that. You don't realize it, but that's exactly what your subconscious is telling you. Don't make any changes, because change is scary. It's probably going to take a whole lot more effort to make these changes. And you've convinced yourself through self-talk, either internally or outwardly, that you either deserve what you're going through, putting yourself through, or why bother, because it's probably going to be a failure to make an attempt to change it. So you hold and hug and embrace and have a relationship, a destructive, abusive relationship with these adversities, instead of saying, you're cancerous, motherfucker. You got to go. You can't live with me anymore. You got to go. Today's fucking moving day. Pack your shit. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not coping with you no more. You don't exist. You're not formidable enough to fucking stop me. You're not holding me fucking back. Get the fuck out of my fucking way. That's the mindset. Not just in trading, in everything. In everything. Adversities are always going to be there in anything you do. How you deal with them, how you think about them, how you give them power and authority over you. That's the deciding factor, whether you succeed or fail in overcoming them. But you can't hide from them. You can't pretend they don't exist. You fucking identify them, point them out, and say, your ass is out of here, motherfucker. You don't get to stay here no more. You attack it. Your mind's a battlefield. It's constantly at war. As soon as you turn on those sharks, you have now stepped on the battlefield.